What jumped out at you most about this, Melissa? Is this about, I guess, the longevity, the resiliency here of this growth story?
I mean, they just continue to deliver. It's an interesting time. The stock's in an interesting nexus point. We're excited to see what they say on the call, particularly about their B series. But in terms of their guidance, which I think is what the market was probably really focused on, and as is evidenced by the behavior in the aftermarket, we were looking, based on Visible Alpha consensus, we were looking for 27 billion in total revenues. The company coming out and saying plus or minus 2% of 28 is solid. We're keen to hear what the trajectory is going to be for that B series.
Okay, and of course, the data center revenue number is the one that everyone's paying attention to because that's the part of the business that is the heart of the AI chip making part of it. So $22.6 billion, the consensus was for 21.06. Is that good enough?
It's a solid number. I think what's going to be more important and what the market's going to really focus on is what the guidance is going to trickle down into for the data centers. Right now, data centers make up about 85% of total revenues. Is that going to continue? Is that going to accelerate going forward? And then how is the new B series category going to contribute to that? And what is the timing of that going to be? How is it going to hit the quarters? And how should we anticipate that? These are going to be some of the important questions analysts are going to be asking.
Where do you want to see them do next, Melissa? I mean, we're talking about a company. I mean, we're so focused on the revenue numbers and even the profitability. This is a company that just generated about $15 billion in cash alone. They're sitting on another huge pile of cash. And I know some of that has to be reinvested into the business. And I'm sure all the, hungry investors out there will demand their pound as well. But at some point, they've got to think about what they want to do with this, whether that means new businesses, new product lines, or I don't know, maybe just something completely out of left field.
I mean, listening to Jensen Huang talk and present at numerous conferences, I mean, his vision is to essentially bring automation and robotics and the triangulation with artificial intelligence really to every industry, every business, every enterprise, every human. And I think, the sky's the limit in terms of the market opportunity for that. Now, to bring it back down to earth, it's going to be really interesting to see how these translate into viable businesses that enable that type of vision to really happen so that the CapEx can continue. So what we've seen right now is that hyperscalers, cloud service providers, essentially have been driving a lot of the CapEx, have been enabling a lot of this growth to happen. The next leg of growth is really for generative AI to happen within enterprises. And then I think we start to get into this really interesting place where it goes into manufacturing and we start to think about it from more of an industrial perspective. So, let's see if that all transpires over the next 3 to 5 years. I think that's the long-term investment case.